believe God killed them, and you believe they should be killed?
You said we should honor life.
Wait a second.
Just because you disagree.
God
Brother,
killed
let him
the
answer.
homosexual.
The Bible said.
Now you're not talking to me. Look, he wants to talk to me now. He's not talking to me. Do you want to talk to me? Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. Now, let's talk. So, God killed. No, he wants so much to talk. Now he's running away. So, God killed the homosexuals. Your God. Your God killed the homosexuals. Tell the LGBTQ community, why did God kill the homosexuals? So why did God, in your belief, kill the homosexuals? And should the homosexuals be killed?
Can you calm down? Can you calm down? You're stepping up to me. Can you calm down? You're stepping up to me. Why can you calm down? You're stepping up to me. Can you calm down? Calm down. You stepped up to me. I'm facing this way. Can you calm yourself down?
You come down. In what instance? So why did Christian God command to kill the homosexuals?
Give me the instance.
God gives.
Are you denying and rejecting that? Are you denying?
Allah give the same God judgment.
I'm talking.
We're making it fair.
You've changed. I'm talking to him.
God's
So, did the Christian God command to kill the homosexuals in the olden times? And why?
Absolutely.
And why?
Absolutely.
Tell the LGBTQ community.
Exactly. So firstly, I do believe that the LGBTQ are living a sinful life and it will lead them to eternal damnation.
Should they be killed according to God?
No.
But he killed them earlier on.
Because we can contextualize Sodom and Gomorrah.
They were killed by God, your God, earlier on. So why did God change his mind not to kill them now?
Sodom and Gomorrah, for example, and also the ceremony.
Why did God change his mind?
Interrupting.
Now.
No. We didn't say.
Answer the question. No waffling.
Okay, so to say that God changes, in your sense that you're evoking it, it's just going to lead to some issues. That's my
The
first
question I asked is this.
Second point.
Why did God
Firstly,
kill initially
I'm going to
and not...
going to go down all the points that he brought up if
Let's
he
hear
doesn't
it.
interrupt me
Let's hear
if he's not being like a bully.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Firstly, we need to contextualize the reading of the Old Testament with the ceremonial laws of the Mosaic law, to which according to Matthew 8 is fulfilled within Christ at the temple burning at 70 AD. Secondly, the crimes of Sodom and Gomorrah isn't exclusively being gay, right? It's also, for example, when the angels in Genesis 19 went to them, they tried to engage in sexual immorality with these people, and their crimes also being included as bestiality. So their sexual crimes is not like that of the sexual crimes of the LGBTQ community at the time of 2025. So, contextualizing the Mosaic law no longer being applicable according to the Christian worldview, and contextualizing the crimes of the Old Testament outlined within the described elements of the Old Testament, we understand that the ceremonial laws allow for stoning, and that stoning was used in the case of extreme sexual immorality, but is no longer applicable now, and actions in the Old Testament are not done like they are now.
God, your God, the Christian God, killed the homosexuals because they were committing the homosexual act, as well as, according to you, bestiality. Now, was that a heinous crime in the sight of God?
Yes.
So God killed them?
Yes.
But he doesn't kill them anymore?
Correct.
Why?
Because the ceremonial laws of the Mosaic covenant, according to Matthew 8, are now fulfilled.
The God who considered homosexual activity a crime does not consider homosexual activity a crime now.
No.
He changed his mind?
No. That's the ceremonial law. So firstly, we need to...
So, did God... that's it.
So,
we've heard the answer.
No.
It doesn't justify to the LGBTQ community that God changed his mind. He considered it was heinous, but he doesn't consider it heinous anymore.
So
that shows how... That's how you are so inconsistent. You are so inconsistent. May God guide you and your Reformed theology.
Okay, so first,
that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. Police. So I've moved away from him. If he comes back again second time, it is considered harassment. We will go and report to the police for harassment. Anyone comes and interrupts us again, follows us, it's considered harassment. You didn't know, learn, and then we will get you arrested.
Okay, if you get me arrested, I guarantee you the sin itself. Now, so Mansur, you can't make...
The police is there. Police are there.
You are in this conversation. You went to him. Why are you lying?
Okay, so
You was in a conversation. You entered in this conversation, and you are lying that.
when I gave an answer,
They're harassing the Muslim speaker. We came here from there and there. So I'm not saying anything now. If he comes again, I will call you. Right?
Listen, he's walked away from me 4 times. I'm talking.
Not 4 times.
He's walked away from you, so don't walk up.
So actually, he hasn't approached me.
He has walked away from you to stop getting.
So right, he invited me to have a discussion firstly,
and now he's not.
secondly,
Now he's not.
Secondly, this is Speaker's Corner. This is freedom of speech. Okay, that's great. So secondly, I just want to make it clear.
Leave him alone.
This is not the 4th time he approached me. There may be other dialogue.
Rahim, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa man wala. I begin in the name of Allah, the one and only Creator, Lord, Sustainer of this universe, bearing witness and testifying that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah alone. And I also bear witness and testify that Muhammad is the messenger and servant of Allah, sent to whole of mankind to bring the people from worshipping the creation to the worship of one and only Creator. Now to proceed, it is becoming more and more clearer that people are becoming so desperate by seeing the rise of Islam in the hearts and the minds of people, by seeing people coming to religion of Islam willingly and sincerely in crowds, online and offline, here in Speaker's Corner, Stratford, you name it, all around the globe. People are accepting Islam, and this has become a fear of people who do not want to see Islam to be in reality, Islam to be the one that goes to convey to the people, to bring the people back from the worship of creation, a man or a woman or a potato, fish or God. We are talking about a religion that makes people to become critical thinkers, away from worshipping the creation, whether it be a tree, whether it be sun and the moon, but to worship none but God. And it is becoming alarming and concerning to the idol worshippers, to the polytheists, to the tritheists, to the non-Muslims. Why? Because Islam is taking over. They are afraid that Islam is taking over. But what they do not realize is Islam is reinstating the truth within the hearts and minds of the people. Islam is reinstating what they know, what is true to believe, what is acceptable to believe, what is coherent to believe. So just earlier on, as I was speaking to a few individuals, like every week, you have those hecklers, whether they're Christians or atheists or the like, they would come and they will try to make noises, interruptions, in the view that that will prevent the people you're speaking to from hearing about Islam. And as they were learning the rules of harassment in Speaker's Corner, that if you say, look, I'm not interested in speaking to you, and you move away to another place, and if they keep following you, that constitutes harassment. Police can get involved and ask you to leave, and not to do that. And this precisely happened, those individuals who kept on doing this. As they realize now they cannot harass me, they're sending another bully, another toxic individual, who entices you with his rhetoric to come and debate him. Why are we going to debate a toxic individual, a radicalizer who radicalizes people in the park, online, to make people afraid of Islam, to terrorize Islam, to make Islam the evil, the demon. These radicalizers, the one who radicalizes people with this threat, are the people who needs to be taken care of by the society. That these individuals are so toxic for the harmony and the well-being of the fabric of society. If radicals like this become rampant in speakers' corners elsewhere, it will destabilize the harmony of any society. So they're expecting us to debate them by saying, oh, you are a coward, you can't debate me, and so on. Islam doesn't need defending. Your polytheistic belief, your henotheistic belief, your hedonistic belief, your nonsensical, incoherent belief system needs defending. Islam, as coherent as it, they believe in one true God with all your heart and mind. It's something ingrained in every single soul. Your heart and your mind will never be able to disagree with that. Islam doesn't need defending then. We don't need to debate to defend our religion. You need to defend yours by begging us to say, oh, let me prove to you that, you know what, even if I worship a monkey, still I worship God. Not interested. People have realized long enough we are wasting time discussing with people of polytheism. But those who are sincere, yes, we can discuss with them as we do. But those who are radicalized, brainwashed, or brain dead rather, there is no discussion. Because you are trying to justify the unjustifiable, even though what is given to you makes sense, you will never accept it. And this has become the reality in Speaker's Corner week after week after week, as you yourself have seen in the videos that's coming out from Speaker's Corner. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. So just by saying, oh look, no one wants to debate us anymore, that means we are by default the truth. What an egotistical, arrogant approach in knowing what truth is. If a murderer comes and asks you to debate them, I wouldn't debate a murderer. And the murderer says, there you go, I'm true. If I keep on murdering, that means I'm okay, I'm in the right path. This is the same kind of mentality Christians are taking in Speaker's Corner. So we want to remind our viewers, if you are asking and wondering why are Muslims boycotting those individuals? Yeah, we are boycotting these people that they have put a wall in front of their face. You can't communicate with them. You don't waste speaking to a wall because the wall is not going to listen to anything you say. You can't speak to people who are so toxic. They insult your God, your prophet, left, right and center, and you want to speak to them nicely? I would rather avoid having a conversation with these toxic, radical, arrogant individuals, clowns and comedians as they are.
Previous conversations, they have proven that they are not able to have a good civilized conversation.
Absolutely.
They have been defeated in conversations like Muhammad Rizab and other people with Muslims. They have many times they have been defeated in conversations and debates, but yet they beg debating again and again. Though they have been, their points have been refuted, all of their points have been destroyed in terms of theology or logic or reasoning. Yet they try to spread lie, and they have got in saying their lies with Muslims. And now, with all their behavior being exposed to Muslims, Muslims has no point in discussing them. So
precisely. So the historical track record is an evidence of their absolute degeneracy. They have been debated by most of us. It's not that suddenly we realize, let's not talk to them. There's hardly a Christian or an atheist or any non-Muslim, apologist or otherwise, that has come that we haven't spoken to them, or I haven't spoken to them. as I have discussed with them and realized they're not worth continuing to discuss with them anyway, because they're not interested in the truth. That's where we leave the people to really be within their own bubble of arrogance and illusion, thinking that they're on the right track. So we don't need to continue debating them again and again. Once you establish where the truth is, you move on. You don't keep on trying to give them another chance. They need to repent and come back saying, I was wrong. But to continue to defend their errors and their lies, and to come and say no one wants to debate them, really, this is a travesty of human intellect. So why we boycott them, we avoid certain individuals in the park, as you realize it's not that we don't want to engage with them, because engaging with them is fruitless. It doesn't bring any benefit or utility to anyone, rather than simply a match of ego. Match of ego. Oh yes, how can you not debate someone who calls you a coward? Your ego comes in and says, yeah, let me defend myself. We have moved away from this kind of egotistical belief system and approaches where it's all about your own self, making a name for your own self. We're not interested in that. We are interested in establishing, demonstrating the truth, the superiority of Islam. We don't need to beg others to say, oh, can you debate me so that I can show? No. You keep on begging. If you want, speak to the pigeons, as we say. But Islam doesn't need defending. This is the message that we need to put forward. Islam does not need defending. It only needs conveying. Conveying. Tell them, if people don't want to accept it, that's their choice. Brother Isa, Brother Musa, Brother Ramadan, this is what we always do. Try to convey the message of Islam. It's up to the people if they wish to accept it or they wish to reject it. In the day of judgment, they don't need to be accountable to me or to a Muslim, but they need to account themselves to the creator of the heaven and the earth, the judges of all judge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By worshipping a man and saying God has taken him as my son, as his son, the heavens and the earth were about to be destroyed, split. They don't even realize how grievous insult this is to God. If you insult God, the consequences you have to bear in the day of judgment. God warns you, it's your choice. We can remind you, stop insulting your Lord. Stop associating partner with God that will give you a one-way ticket to hell according to God. It's your choice if you want to go there. But if you really want to save yourself, then rethink critically. What you worship, is it worthy of worship? Is it worthy of worship worshipping a banana? Worshipping a potato? Worshipping stones? Worshipping a man or a woman? You know that that is not going to be acceptable in the eyes of God. But you keep on doing this because you think these things draw you closer to God. That's why people make idols, because they cannot understand and comprehend the absolute God, the God who is free from all deficiencies and weaknesses. They say, no, how can we concentrate? Let us now make idols. Let us now take human being as someone representing God, so that we can go to God through them. That's the travesty of the real misguidance that one can fall into. Instead of worshipping the Creator, you erect something of the creation to go to the Creator. And that's where Satan has really said, I've done my job, that's it. I've made my day. That's why Satan keeps on letting you increase in your misguidance. But take note, if you want to discuss with Muslims, you're more than welcome. That's what we do in Speaker's Corner. Whether you have no faith or any particular faith, discuss. But if you are insincere comedian, we don't have time for you. Maybe the pigeons do. Can you see the pigeons flying? Speak to them. If you are sincere, trying to establish the truth, understand the truth, speak to the Muslims. But if you are a toxic clown, comedian, insulting our Prophet, our God, you keep on doing that in your freedom corner called the Speaker's Corner, because that's the freedom Speaker Corner gives you. And Muslims, stay away from it. If you can't tolerate it, don't come here. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But that's what this country has given them, to insult their mothers, their fathers, their wives, and their husbands, and their God. Let them do that. If they want to insult and carry on insulting God, let them do it. Why are you going to say, why are you doing this? Because they do this for the very purpose of what? Self-glorification. A sane individual will never insult their mother or their father. Never. Let alone God. So that says and speaks volumes about what's in the hearts of certain people. So this is said from my side now, just a brief explanation of why Muslims do not engage with toxic, insulting, derogatory clowns and comedians in Speaker's Corner, who try to present themselves as intellectually superior. If you're intellectually superior, how come you can't even intellectually justify your polytheism? Your scholars have to write PhD theses to justify, and still it's inadequate. And who the hell are you? When I say hell, just a matter of speaking. Who are you? So you're talking about intellectual superiority by being a polytheist? Wake up, people. Wake up to reality. آخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بارك الله فيكم.